we have this philosophy here at AnyReach where we want to become the company that's able to extract all the unspoken words that are living in people's minds. Obviously, you need a very kind of immersive, value-added experience because, when we think about communication, it's really kind of a data processing problem, right? Like, so me talking to you right now, I'm processing stuff in my brain, it's coming out through my mouth, it goes into your ear, which gets processed again, right? And so we're essentially just transferring data in a sense, right?
Mhm.
But during that transfer, what we're actually reasoning through in our minds and what we're talking about, there's actually a lot of unspoken things, right? And that's excuse my French, but a marketer's wet dream, right? If I can extract all that information outside of doing a direct implant into that individual, right? And really understand who they are, what they're thinking, why they said a certain thing, then obviously your marketing can be so much more targeted and profitable, right? Because you actually know the intent of a person rather
Yeah.
than just essentially maybe their behaviors or what they're saying. So, that's one of our goals is to build such a immersive and exciting experience where folks want to talk to AI. And we're kind of seeing this early already, where in our call recordings, folks are saying things they just normally wouldn't say to just random people because they built such a rapport with AI. It sounds so human and so forth that they're actually disclosing, and I say this akin to like, you would tell your therapist more than you would tell a stranger on the street,
Right.
right? But by building that kind of personalization, that empathy, and so on and so forth, folks really just start talking a lot more. And a really funny example here was like, I don't know if you saw recently, Meta, they made a mistake on their AI where folks that were talking to the AI, their chats through voice was actually being publicly disclosed on Meta feeds that you could query. So it was like the funniest things when you like look through the chat history of what people are talking about with Meta's AI. You're like, holy crap, they're like giving all this like personal information, their medical history, they're giving like, their tax details. It was like, oh my goodness, right? But I think we're starting to see a trend where folks are actually, really kind of connecting more with AI, where they're actually giving out a lot more information than, obviously they normally would. So obviously Meta wasn't a good example of how to do AI right,
Right.
but yeah, interesting case study nonetheless. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm little wary if marketers have access to my internal monologue, so it might be committed somewhere.